What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Get myself situated. Had to text my dad back real quick before we get started. Welcome to live stream 45, I believe. Live stream 45. Let me get my mic situated. Yeah, live stream 45. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Of course, we have a special guest. Special guest will be on. Miss Heather will be on in just a little bit. We're going to be discussing some of the more talked about designer releases, and we'll get into Miss Heather's everyday life with fragrance. We'll get caught up on that. But before we get started, hello to everybody in the chat. We're going to hang around in the chat for around 10, 15 minutes. And then we're going to bring Miss Heather in. We're going to have these discussions in the chat, man. So if you're rocking with me right now, hit that thumbs up for your boy. It takes 1 second of your time. I definitely appreciate that for sure. All right. So scent of the days. What are you guys wearing? What's the scent of the day? Can y'all hear me and see me well? Let me know if you can. I don't know if I got any freezing action going on right now. Or is that my... Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me and see me. Hear me and see me well. I'm watching it on my TV as well. I don't know if y'all can or not. I think we're good to go. Cause stream y'all be having me up, you know. Okay, there we go. All right. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure everything was cool because sometimes stream y'all be tripping on your boy. Scent of the day. I'm wearing from the house of Lattafa. We're wearing Sublime. Sublime is my scent of the day. Get that in focus for sure. Beautiful rose fragrance. I call it rose and fruit punch in a bottle. Everyone who has smelled this, love it. All right. My wife, my sister loves it. I wore this to the baby shower for my youngest son, Cairo, and I got a couple compliments there as well. This is just a fan favorite. All right. So my scent of the day, Sublime by Lattafa. One of the most talked about, hottest fragrances in the community. And we're going to be talking some Middle Easterns as well with Miss Heather as well. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. We had somebody at 10:16 this morning showing Miss Heather some love. How about that? Miss Samantha Hensel showing Miss Heather some love. All genre bops in the building. Salute Dedrick. Miss Heather in the chat. Scent of the day, Bulgari Pour Homme Extreme. All right. Bulgari Pour Homme Extreme. Good stuff. But Sean, what's up, my guy? Scent of the day, Palatial. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Lavelle in the building. God bless, Smell Good family. What up, Dedrick? Miss Heather in the house. My scent of the day is YSLY EDP. Good stuff. No intense man today, Lavelle. No intense man. Jim Little, what's up, my guy? My guy, Uncle CJ in the house. That's my guy, man. Smell Good family. What it do? That's my man's right there for sure. But Sean back at it saying, Smell Good family. Fire in the chat. We got my dog Eric in the building, man. Eric, what's up with you, man? Good evening. Good brother. Scent of the day is 40 knots. All right. I have a sample of that I just got in. Shout out to Zeke Floyd. He showed me some love and sent that to me, 40 knots. And if all goes well, if I can go live on Saturday evening, that's what we'll be doing. What's in the bag? 40 knots. That'll be the next live either way. If I can go live this weekend or not, we'll see. All right. Jim Little, scent of the day, Baccarat 540. Kel, what's up, Kel? Hopefully all is well with you and your little one in the family. What's going on? Excuse me, we got my baby love in the house, Mrs. Six, saying, hey, fam, hey. Scent of the day, Chimichu Man Ice. That's a really good one. It's very, very in the same vein as Dior Homme Cologne. So if you don't want to spend money on Dior Homme Cologne, trust me, that Jimmy Choo Man Ice that's at your local Burlington, go grab that. You might not be thinking about Dior Homme Cologne. I'm just saying. All right. Unc CJ says, bro, Hicks is on the rise. Appreciate that, Unc. Appreciate you for sure, man. My guy Montrese in the building. What's going on, big homie? What's up with you, bro? Jim Little for the evening. Petite Matin. Y'all be wearing some expensive stuff. Genre showing love. Montrese. Sin of the day. Blue de Chanel EDP. Classic. Can't go wrong with it at all. Beardsome in the house. Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford is his scent of the day. What's up, Beardsome? Dan at the man, one of the great names on YouTube. Let's go. Smell good family. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jen Little, we see you and hear you. We can, yes, we can. Appreciate that. How you feeling, D? I'm feeling good. Have you and the family? I'm assuming you and the wife been getting rest with the new baby. I pray so. Actually, yes. He is a really good sleeper. As long as he's dry and his belly is full, he's good to go. He don't really make too much fuss unless it's one of those two things. So, we get up, like your, newborns, I get up, make the bottles, drop back, pass it to Miss Hicks. Or if she's like, here, toss to me, that's just how it's going. So, but yes, we are getting pretty decent rest. All right. Appreciate it. Dan at the man. So drop boys A to OG. I love that stuff. Okay. Consuelo again, love, loud and clear. My wife says in the day is Cairo, smelling like my son. We hear you. Good. Shoshana in the building. What's going on, Shoshana? I'm glad you can make it. As always, my sister Shoshana. Her fave scent being mushy, lovely. Hey, everybody showing love. Jim Little, I took your advice and got a sample of Alexandria 2. A big miss for me. Okay, 2 rolls, too much rolls, too strong. Still nothing but love. No, I feel you. I mean, fragrances are subjective. For me and my fragrance journey right now, like I'm looking for things that are not the same. I'm looking for uniqueness, and that has it. All right. And so it's all good. That's why you got to sample. So I'm glad you sampled. Now you're not out $100, $200, $300. You sampled and you find out that Alexandria 2 was not for you. Like my wife, she didn't like Alexandria 2. She didn't like it. She was just kind of like, ooh, she didn't like it. But it's subjective. All right. Everybody showing love. BT Sense in the building. Received my decant of Naxos. Can't wait till the fall. Boy. Naxos is something serious. Coach Keith, send of the day, Banana Republic Vintage Green 78. One of my personal favorites and the greatest cheapie of them all. E says he was thinking about picking up that Sublime. Hey, E, me and you like Rose. What I like, you like. And so it's a fresh, sweet rose, not jammy, but got like that fruit punch of feel, very good for like a chill day, and you just kind of floating out there. So it's good, man. It's good. Look, my sister, she smelled it and she about passed out. She ordered her a bottle as well. Very unisex. Your wife could wear it too, bro. Definitely. House the Honcho in the building. Scent of the day. JPG LeBeau EDT, my favorite coconut fragrance, period, right now. Love that stuff. Shoshana says she's waiting for hers. Habib in the house. Hey, Dedrick and Smell Good fam. Scent of the day, Ozaro Wanted. Good stuff there. Kevin Harthorne. Good evening from Lakeland, Florida. What's going on, my fellow Floridians? All right. My guy, a former Celtics fan in the house. He is wearing Eros EDT. All right, Miss Heather just got in the green room. We're going to bring her on in a minute or two. I'm going to get through a couple of more of these comments. My guy Trey McClain in the building. Scent of the day is Aaron Terrence Hughes Carbon. My guy Trey, Aaron Terrence Hughes and his brand need to find him. He is a huge fan of the brand. He is the reason why I've smelled anything from Aaron Terrence Hughes. Send me some nice decants, man. But anybody who know Aaron Terrence Hughes, get him my boy Trey information, man. He is a big supporter of the brand. HD in the house in the day, Greenlee. Whew, I love that Greenlee. My goodness, is that some good stuff. Antonio Harvey, what's good, my guy? Send the day, Vetiver, Just Jack. Okay. LG Clamps in the building. Send of the day, Armoff Untold, aka the best 540 clone. All right, that's what they say. Lavelle says no intense man today. Give another some shine as the summer trappers down. Can't wait to bust out the fall stash. I feel you on that. Don in the building. Good evening. Scent of the day is Alhambra Latafa Mason Alhambra Fabuloso Intense. Okay, good stuff. Joel, my God, what's happening with you, brother? What's going on? Glad you can join us yet again. Mike in the building. Sin of the day is Mind Games Blockade. Miss Heather smelled that too. Miss Heather got that blockade. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Going to bring her on in just a second. We are 41 strong on the live stream. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Show your boy some love. It just helps push us out the live, man. Hit that thumbs up for sure. All right. Joel's wearing a Here Legacy. Beautiful Parfums de Marley. Sedley clone. It's the only reason why I don't have Sedley yet. I'm gonna get Sedley. I just don't know when. Everybody showing love. We got my pops in the building. Got my dad on the stream. Dedrick Hicks Sr. He's my nickname, Didi. That's what my nickname is. He gave it to me as a child. Didi had that 1 million. Love the show. Keep rising to the top. Love Pop. That's my guy, man. That's my dad shows a lot of love, and I appreciate my father very, very much, man. Now, it'd be easy with that 1 million, Pop. You don't want no drama. You don't want no drama. Okay, got my son showing love. What's up, buddy? Everybody showing love. First pick in the building, Nishane Colonize. I never smelled that one. What that one? What's that like? What's that like? Shoshana saying, hey, Bushi is talking to her godson. I repeat, Shoshana is talking to her godchild. Thank you. All right. Okay, let's get down to the bottom of these comments. Hello, Danielle. Glad you can join us. Joel showing my dad some love. Mr. Dedrick Sr. for sure. Hi, Yaya. See, showing his Yaya some love. Everybody showing love. Mike, I just ordered a sample of Vertus Vanilla Ooh. Good Lord. A Zerjov Alexandra and Zerjov Tony Lamomi Monkey Special. I got my man's E gonna send me something from that Monkey Special. So I'm looking forward to seeing that for sure. But I want to know your thoughts on Vertus Vanilla Ooh. Is immediately in my top 5. Immediately in my top 5 of my collection. All right, we're going to take a question. Then we're going to get Miss Heather in here because we got a lot to discuss tonight. Kale says, question for Dedrick or the Smelger family. My uncle is trying to trade me Bleu de Chanel Parfum or Chanel Allure Sport for my 4.2 Cedrat Boissé. Oh, Lord. Well, I'm going to say this. I'm biased. Bleu de Chanel Parfum is my #1 fragrance ever. So I'm going to be biased. Cedrat Boissé is in my top 10. They kind of do the same thing. The qualities are almost even. I wouldn't trade it for Allure Homme Sport. That's just me. I would not trade it for Allure Homme Sport. But Cedrat Boissé versus Bleu de Chanel Parfum, you might as well just cuff me now and just take me in because I can't give you an answer. I just can't. So those are two bangers, versatile. They both can do the same thing no matter what the situation is, Kale. That's a tough one, man. I don't want to say because I love both, but I'm gonna say Bleu de Chanel Parfum is my favorite of all time. That's just me. All right. Okay. Seeing if I got any more questions in the chat. Y'all keep showing that love. We're going to get Miss Heather in here. Danielle says she got that Vertus Vanilla Udin yesterday, and my God, it's so intoxicating. It is fire. The hype is real. Don't y'all turn y'all nose up at Vertus Vanilla Ooh. Don't turn y'all nose up. That stuff is legit. I'm going to get Miss Heather to get her nose on that. I'm going to bring my bottle to her so she can smell it, and I want to get her thoughts. All right, my dad getting more love in the chat. Pop Hicks getting that love. Jim Little, I asked for an email reminder when Terrence Hughes Supernova came back in stock. Got it at 1:40 a.m. when I was sleeping. At 5:30, I clicked on it. It was already sold out. Everybody loves, there's a good bit of y'all who love that Aaron Terrence Hughes. All right, y'all. Okay, one last question from Lavelle. We're going to get Miss Heather in. Does Sublime and Amethyst do the same thing? No, sir, they do not. They're two different things. That Sublime is a lot more fresher, a little bit more sweeter. It's a little bit more fun-loving than that Amethyst that has that oud and vanilla and that amber. And that vanilla is and those spices in it. So they do two different things. The roses are different in them as well, for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get our guests in. We don't want her waiting at all anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring in my good friend, such a darling to me. We have Miss is Heather in the building.
I don't know.
Hello.
The people I work with could say darling, but thank you.
Yeah, you're definitely a darling for sure. Well,
What's
Miss
up,
Heather, how you
Snowbird?
doing? Yes, ma'am. How you doing today?
Okay, we're doing great. This has been back to school.
Yeah,
Lots
back to
of
school.
stuff to study.
Yes, we're gonna get into a lot
Lots of stuff.
today.
We
But
got a lot of stuff.
we do real quick before we jump into what this stream is about. Just to remind everybody who's just jumping in and might not have saw the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about some of the more talked about designer releases of 2023. So we have a total of 5 or
1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5, 6.
We have
Plus,
6 we're going to
plus some
conversate.
bonus.
Plus a bonus. So we're gonna have some conversation, and please, you guys in the chat, let us know. My moderators out there, if y'all catch any questions, catch any questions that are directly for Miss Heather or myself, if I miss them during the conversation with her, please get them to me. Let me know so I can, so they won't be missed. Okay. But before that, Miss Heather, Blockade by Mind Games. Every once in a while, not every once in a while, I want to say over the past 3 or 4 streams, I've been getting questions about that. Miss Heather, can you share your experience with Blockade by Mind Games?
Yes. Okay. I think the YouTubes definitely made me buy this. If it's not Bowtie, if it's not somebody else that I follow and I love, Big Beer Business, everybody that I watch and I love and I take their kind of like their suggestions and things to heart. I had to experience at least one of them.
Yeah.
I kind of do want the sampler set, but we're gonna press pause, okay? Mm-hmm. Blockade. I've got just a hint of this left. This wears beautiful. This really wears nice. I'm really happy that I kind of got into the hype train on this one. Okay. This was not a disappointment. The opening is going to be really, really kind of a little bit like Creative Ventus. Do not come for me. It's just that got that nice fruit opening. Not, it's got a little bit more of a nicer fruit opening because it's almost more tropical. Like I see if there's any left in here. It's all, instead of being so much pineapple-y, pretend there was like a pineapple mango, something that you loved. That is what you get at the beginning, and then it wears nice throughout the day. It's kind of like perfect for summer, seaside. I don't know. This to me,
just something you can wear out on a nice spring summer day if you're just kind of vibing out.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Get this. And if you're like me and you're trying to control your impulses, guys, hear me out. Then do like Dedrick says, samples. He comes in and he's always like, just get samples. Just get samples. Okay,
samples.
Get yourself a sample. Yes. This is nice. The dry down was decent. When I wore this, it was hot. So let's just be real here. Florida humidity and the heat alerts in our neck of the woods will kill a fragrance. I'm sorry. It just will. That's just physics. I'm sure this has great performance if we hadn't been living through 100 degrees and 96 degrees and the high humidity. But this is really stunning. Man or woman could enjoy this.
Unisex for sure.
This is a universal fragrance all the way. This is fun though. If you are I think one of the parishioners already commented on Sublime or something. I think anybody that likes that is going to enjoy this.
Okay. All right. Sublime is hot.
I think he's still up here, Lavelle. Yeah. Definitely. I think if he were to get his hands on that, he's just going to enjoy it.
Hey, y'all, if y'all are interested in Mind Games, head over to Soul Avant-Garde. All right, use my code DEDRICK20. They have bottles over there I believe they have samples back in stock. Don't quote me on that. I know they had them at first, but they sold out. So if you're interested in anything mind games, you want to save you a couple of dollars, head over to So Avant-Garde, use my code DEDRICK20, get 20% off. Not just anything with mind games. They have Parfums de Marley, they have Creed, they have Nichane, they have BDK, they have tons and tons of next level fragrance experiences, I like to call them in the niche world. So use that code and see if Blockade's for you. It could be for you, but you use that code and check it out. Okay, all right. So we are. Oh, I like this real quick. Lavelle says flowers in the chat for Miss Heather. If y'all can do that, I would think that would be really nice. Flowers in the chat for Miss Heather. If you see it, flowers in the chat for Miss Heather. I like that. Shout out to Lavelle, man. That was a really nice touch from you, my guy, for sure. I got another comment for you, Miss Heather. Joel, my guy, says Miss Heather is glowing today with a pep of happiness.
Yes.
Okay. My guy Joel.
This is my day off, and I'm not working in retail. So
someone says they literally see you like this all the time. My wife says this is literally her every time I see her.
I'm just more extra, just the extra level of not having to be at work today.
I feel you.
It's always a great day when you don't have to put that extra energy out.
I feel you. So we got roses and we have bouquets in the chat for you, Miss Heather. So everybody's showing you some love. Okay, here's a code. I'm gonna leave it up right now. Thank you, Shamaya. Avant-Garde, code DEDRICK20 for 20% off. Let's get into it. Me and Heather are going to be talking some of the hottest designer releases of 2023 so far. We're only in the month of August, midway through August. Yeah, we're in the midway point of August, headed to the tail end. We'll see what comes up later on this year. Maybe Miss Heather can give us some insight on that later on in the stream. So Miss Heather, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Okay.
We've smelled all of these. We're just going to have some conversation up first. Me and Miss Heather are going to discuss the brand new from the house of Yves Saint Laurent, YSL's Myself. All right, YSL's Myself. That's going to be the first thing that we are going to discuss. Now, Miss Heather, this has been something that's really been a lot of conversation about. How has it been at the store at Dillard's at the St. John's Town Center? If you're in Jacksonville, go see Miss Heather.
Okay. You get two camps with this one. Yes, it's a new release.
Yes.
And I can just smell this everywhere. Now I just sprayed it. I just put a little bit on this blotter card. I need to get me some legit blotter cards. So chat, don't come for me, you know. Yeah, I got the Buffalo, let's do your own kind.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, but some people say, hell nah, it smells like this, and this. Some people say, heck yeah, because it smells amazing on. I think this is one of those ones where you really have to get this on skin.
Yes, I agree.
I do understand what everybody's coming for, something unique and different and totally just mind-breaking. But this is a designer level fragrance too. Second point here is that it has a YSL DNA. And when I say that, some of you guys will get this, some of you won't. It has the DNA of the fragrance house. Yes, there's a certain scent that goes with that fragrance house. This Myself is no different. It has the YSL, it has a little bit of the Y line, it has a little bit of L'Homme, La Nuit, yes, it's got some cardamom in it. However, after spraying this now for about a week, having it on, having it in the air, having it on numerous customers, this is elegant on a man. And to some extent, even though it's marketed for a man, the women that have actually put it on, it smells amazing on them. Is this a universal fragrance? I don't know if it's universal or not. I really don't care anymore. I think what I like to just say that whoever gets this on their skin, and if it smells nice on you, wear this.
I agree.
This is pleasant. This is very, very elegant. This I can see like dressed up. If you're going to wear a tie or a collared shirt, yes. If you're wearing a suit, yes.
I agree. I think that this when I first did the first impressions video for it, I was kind of, kind of
Yeah,
like in between, but then I did say towards the end, I think of that video, that this does smell good. It
it does
does
smell
smell
good.
good. There are some hints. It doesn't smell. Some people say they get a little Wale parfum. I understand what you mean,
Yeah,
but I think they
yeah,
mean
yeah.
from the. I think they're not what they mean, because they meant what they said. But this is smooth. This is a
It's smooth,
smooth fragrance. It's a very
smooth.
well-rounded, non-edgy style of a fragrance. So I
Word.
think this is something for myself down the line, not right now. I will
So,
get a bottle of this. I will get a bottle of this to add to my collection, because it reminds me enough of the YDNA, but it's also a
mhm.
tad bit different enough for me not to have a redundant bottle in my collection. So
Okay.
I definitely
And then
enjoyed
I want to
it.
just hit on that real quick. Okay, for all of you, for the hell nah out there. Okay, this is for somebody who doesn't have that many bottles in their collection or is starting the fragrance collection. This is well priced for what we are in, and this is a compliment magnet.
I think
This
so.
this is a compliment magnet. Well done to them for this.
Yep.
Is it going to be your most unique thing?
No.
No, but it wasn't intended to be. I think this was intended to be very marketable, very
Hmm.
pleasant, very
Yeah.
easy to wear. Is it
Yep.
crowd pleasing? Yes. It's cloud pleasing? Yes. We love it. But
Yep.
I can see almost anybody wear this and get
I agree.
very, very, very good. Like, oh my God, you smell nice. You smell
I agree.
like clean, fresh. It's elegant.
I agree.
And you know what? To be honest with you, I think you could wear this all year round.
Yeah, I
I
was
mean,
just
I
about
don't
to
know
say
what
that.
you feel. I
Yeah,
feel you can wear this all year round.
that was going to be my next comment. I think this is all year round. For
Mm,
me specifically, I would wear this to the office. I would
yeah,
wear this on a date night. I would wear this during a spring evening, summer evening, fall day, fall. You can do a lot with this scent for
yes.
sure.
It's a
I'm gonna read some of the main accords and the notes on this. So why sells myself? All right. Main accords: floral, woody, synthetic, sweet, and fresh. In the top, you got
yeah,
bergamot leaf, Cala- Calabrian bergamot in the heart, which I
virgin.
get a lot of. That I
Yeah,
think it's Tunisian orange blossom absolute. I think that is the star of this fragrance. In the base note, you have this ambroxan type note, Indonesian patchouli, and you have some woods, which I do get woods on the dry down of this fragrance for sure. So this is good stuff. I think if you're an enthusiast and you smelled a lot, you might not be too
right.
swayed by this. But if you just want
But you
something that
might.
smells good, if you want something that smells good, this smells good. And you know what? I like the bottle presentation as well. I like the new
Yeah.
sleek, tall style of a bottle. Me personally, I think it's good. Miss Heather, what would you rate this fragrance 1 through 10, just off
Oh,
your experience? Because you smelled it a lot. It's in the store. You smelled it a lot.
oh Lord.
Now remember,
I
now
gotta,
remember,
this is back to
remember,
school time. I gotta grade it now.
well, remember, this is not the Miss Heather thought process. This is the overall process of what the fragrance was intended for, like you just so beautifully said. So, what is your rating on why I sell why myself? And then we're going to move on.
Definitely, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Mhm.
Well constructed,
Yep.
gets points for versatility, and that is huge for a shopper.
Hmm.
Where can you wear it? How can I wear it?
Right.
How often will I be able to apply this?
Right.
Versatility gets higher marks in my book. Also,
Hmm.
the bottle design is sleek. Yeah,
Right.
good
It's
point.
nice.
It draws the eyes in a little bit.
Hmm.
The juice, beautifully constructed.
Yep.
Price is going to be the price. It's full retail. It's
Yep.
coming in at 148. It is what it is.
Hmm.
Those are the market prices
They
that we're
are.
dealing with globally.
They are.
And I think it just smells really nice and it's pleasant. So it's
I
going to
agree.
get like an 8.
I gave it an 8.5. Eight and a
Mm,
half was my score as well. Just for everything that we just discussed. So I think it's a very solid release. I think a lot of people
mm,
are going to enjoy
yeah.
it, and I think its popularity is going to grow over time. When we get to the fall, and I think when we get to the winter time, I think this is going to have a different type of outlook, so to speak, about this fragrance for sure. Definitely. All right. All right. So Miss Heather gave YSLY
Got some
myself
more.
an 8.
Okay.
I gave it an 8.5. And let's go ahead and move on. And again, you can find these fragrances on your local dealer's website. And you know, go on to your local dealers. If you're in Jacksonville, swing over to see Miss Heather and have a conversation about it there. All right, up next, Miss Heather, let's get into this one. Definitely has a lot of hype. I mean, this brand and this bottle, the specific bottle style and all that is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
We're going to get into from the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier. I always got to put it on very, very snazzy. We're going to be talking about the new Amal Elixir. The Amal Elixir. I have my sample in hand, of course, courtesy of my wonderful friend, Miss Heather.
How many people are on the list for this?
Yeah,
a lot. Yes, I have a lot of confidence that it's coming in any day now.
Right.
Okay.
Right, on. Okay, Miss Heather. So let's go ahead and get into Jean-Paul Gaultier Amal Elixir. This might be the most hyped fragrance out of the whole group.
It is.
Miss Heather, what are your thoughts?
It is.
What are your thoughts on this fragrance?
Okay. Can we just address the elephant in the room?
Well, what is that?
It's called an elixir, and I'm just tired of everything being called an elixir or an intense. So can we talk to the YouTubes? Are there other words that we can label stuff? Like, can we use something like?
That's what the brand names it.
Why?
That's what the brand names it.
We have to have everything elixir.
Because it's a copycat league.
I can't do this. I got my Paco Rabanne on. So this is like the biggest competitor to Jean-Paul right now. So yes. Okay. So we're calling everything
elixir.
An elixir. All right, fine. Whatever.
What are your thoughts? What do you get? What are you just your overall?
This gonna sell. This gonna sell just because.
Because what? Go on and say it. Go on and say it. You know what you want to say.
It smells like so many things. How many different things does it smell like? This is gonna sell in my store, and of course, we're gonna have fans of this.
Yeah,
it's a little familiar for me. Sorry, don't y'all gonna come for me. The family camped out my door.
It starts out familiar. It starts out familiar. Yes, it does. It does.
For me, I get a little bit of that Invictus elixir that just came out. Smooth. The smoothness is there. I kind of wanted something different on this one. It's Jean-Paul Gaultier. Come on now. He designed Madonna's whole outfits. I really wanted something to be like, oh my God, drop the papers, stop the press. Wow, we've got something going on here. Seriously, I'm like, I think the bottle, if it weren't Jean-Paul Gaultier in the bottle design, you put this in any other bottle, I think this is a little too. This is a little just too same.
I feel what you're saying, because the direction of the fragrance world is the sweeter fragrance. It's the sweeter fragrance. It's the sweeter avenue.
Sweeter fragrances.
But I will say this: upon first smell, I was thinking the same thing. Upon first sniff, upon first interaction with this, I was thinking the same thing. Man, this kind of reminds me of the Victory Elixir. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of 1 million elixir from last year. But
another elixir.
But when this thing started to dry down, that mint started to come alive on my skin with that. It's kind of like a honey, tobacco, and mint. That's where this shines to me. Now, don't get me wrong. Overall, top to bottom, it smells good. Anybody out there that's looking for a fragrance that just to smell good, and you don't want to get into the, I want something new or the niche. No, if you want something that smells good, you want to smell good for your date. Smell good. Yeah. This stuff smells good. But where it gets interesting for me on my skin is when the mint, the honey tobacco note, they don't list it, but I know it's there. I smell a little tobacco honey feel to it. And that's where this thing really, really shines. And most people who I've spoken to, they say the same exact thing about Le Male Elixir. Definitely one of the most hyped releases, no doubt about it, this year for sure. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
It's gonna sell. I'm not hating on it.
You sure?
Not yet. I mean, give me a little. After I sprayed this for about a week, then I'll probably hate it, because I can find this being a little cloying.
Oh yeah, especially in the summertime.
Yeah, I mean, they should have waited a bit for the release, but it's out,
selling.
and I think it's a fall release.
It's selling.
Honestly, I think this would be great. Definitely, if it was snowing, I could see myself, like, if I had to go up north or back to Denver or something, and it was cold, this would be great.
Yeah, definitely. Cooler weather for sure. That's my mind went straight there.
Yeah.
Where do you think this is going to be good for? Like, what do you think a fragrance like this can shine? Where can it shine? In the club? Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, on a night out. Yeah.
This is club scent. This is like going to the bar, going to some places, got a lot of people. You really want to get that head turn.
I agree.
Like, oh, what do you smell so good? What's your name?
I agree.
This is just that attention grabbing.
It's an attention seeking fragrance, but I want to stress to y'all now, the dry down is interesting. But
it's getting nicer now that we're talking. It's kind of like, woo,
the dry down is where it shines.
Kind of taking a back seat, thank God.
Yeah, it shines. That mint starts to come through. I'm going to read the notes for this, and then we're going to move on and get Miss Heather's grade for Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Elixir. Main accords: sweet, yes, gourmand, creamy, spicy, and powdery. The fragrance notes, they list 4, but I know there's more.
There's more,
benzoin, lavender, and mint. I get this honey tobacco vibe in this thing. I do, and it's kicking me right in the nose. When I smell it, it's I guess the more
dries.
Well, the more this fragrance is out, more notes will be revealed. Because I'm gonna tell you why I say that. The next fragrance we're going to talk about, they had a 3-note fragrance at the beginning, but now there's more notes that they've revealed. But we'll talk about that in just a second. So, tonka bean, benzoin, lavender, and mint. Like Miss Heather said, this is a clubbing fragrance.
The lavender's sticking out now.
Yeah, very, very attractive, fun type of fragrance. Going to the bar, going to the club, going to a cigar lounge, something where there's a lot of people and you're going to have some fun and you want to wear a fun fragrance. That does have a gourmand touch to it. Check it out. And the bottle's beautiful. The bottle is beautiful. All gold bottle. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. All right. So we got, let's see what kind of comments we got about that. Jared Miller's in the house. What's up, Jared? Thank you for
What's up, Mr. Miller?
Being here. Yes, sir. And we got my guy, Sam Broom, in the house, the legend, man. That is my man, Sam Broom. What's up with you, man? Thank you for joining us for sure. Lavelle has a comment. He says, I'm a sucker for YSL. I know a little more than likely I'm going to get myself. All right.
And I don't think, Lavelle, I don't think you will be disappointed whatsoever. Not one bit. Not one bit.
Right. Let's see. Anybody else? Beardsome, great name. He says Le Male Elixir smells almost niche to his nose. Okay. And it's,
all right.
Fragrances are subjective, and that's why we have these ongoing conversations for sure. What else do we have about the fragrance? My sister says she loves the women's fragrance bottles just like the men's.
Yeah, the bottles for the ladies are killer.
Boogie 456 says he agrees with you 100% on your take on it. Okay. And what else do we have on the elixir? That's pretty much it for now. All right. So, okay. So we're going to come back out. Miss Heather, what is your grade? What is your rating for the new Jean Paul Gaultier?
Like, this one's not getting no extra stars, and it might have to sit in detention for half a semester. This year, I'm giving a 5.5 because it's like my boy here, Boogie. This is just another club scent.
Hey, 5.
I'm going to give it a 5.5, and it's got to write an essay.
Now, are you
But
basing
why?
this? Are you basing this off the originality piece, or you just
Yeah, this
basing it?
isn't to me. This
Well,
isn't my most original of our lineup that we
no, no,
got.
yeah.
No,
Okay.
he's
So
got homework to do.
so due to the fact that it triggered other sense, you have to give it that rating.
Yes,
Okay,
and
I got you.
I'm being nice. Look at I'm being nice.
No,
I'm
I
being
feel
nice.
you. Well, fellas, I feel a little differently, and that's why this is subjective. I'm going to give this another 8.5 out of a 10. And the reasons why I know guys are going to want to wear this, just like Miss Heather
Oh
stated,
yeah, for
clubbing,
real. Yeah.
partying, or even if you're going to like not even like hard partying, if you're going to like a sports bar lounge and you're going to go watch a fight or a game, there are going to be people
Just
there.
watch a game. Yeah.
Or if you're going with a group of people, somewhere, I feel you. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of a 10. Will I get a bottle of this? I talked about this on my first impressions. At some point, I will get a bottle of this. I'm not in a rush to, because I have other things that hold me down with that DNA. But I love this. Miss Heather's 5.5 is great. I'm glad that she feels the way.
I'm gonna get some cards like they got at the Olympics.
So look, you got a little bit of heat in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and get to.
I know the chat's coming for me. I'm ready. I'm just like, oh, I know.
Michael says 5.5. Well, with an exclamation point. Mr. Abdur Muhammad is beside himself. He had 5.5 question mark, and then he comes back with the "you serious?"
Yes,
so
Mr. Muhammad, serious.
He is going through it with your thoughts.
I can get you so much better.
Lavelle says Miss Heather is not a fan. She is not. That's basically she ain't a fan.
No, we got so much other stuff we can spend our time with.
And my guy Eric says no, Miss Heather from the grade. But
I know, right?
Fragrances are subjective.
I tell you, I'm a tough critic. What can I say? I'm just,
You should be. Yeah, so it's like I said, it is what it is, 5.5. I love it. You got to be real for what your nose smells and how it feels.
We got to keep the chat kind of saucy. We got to give them something to talk about. You got to make them all, You
definitely did that.
Got to give them something.
All right, Miss Heather, let's move on to the next fragrance. We're going to go to an earlier release of 2023 and possibly one of my favorites for sure, because I had to buy me a full bottle retail. Isn't that right, Miss Heather?
Yeah. That's because when it's worth it,
it's good.
You see what I'm saying? You see how you proved my point with my numbering system. You proved my point. When it's good, you're going to buy it. And that's exactly what I love to hear. I love to hear it. Like, you're motivated to the point where you're like, I got to get that. That's good. Yeah. And I'm willing to pay what the designer set its parameters on. I get there's some markup too for advertisement. Don't think I'm not aware.
Of course. All right. So the next scent we're going to be smelling, one of my favorite of the year in the designer realm so far, from the house of Prada. All right, we have Prada Lunarosa Ocean EDP. I have my full bottle in hand and handy as soon as my camera. This is the bottle. Very beautiful bottle, I might add. I love that midnight blue. So, Miss Heather, let's go ahead and get into it. What are your thoughts on Prada Lunarosa Ocean Eau Parfum?
If you loved the EDT,
so good, man.
This is just, yes, exactly.
I'm gonna spray this on
you
my
are
skin.
already there with the original Ocean. This is just an extension of that love. Yes. So I am a huge fan of all things Prada that we sell.
So good.
This is just extra, just a little bit more sophisticated. It's just that next level. And I think this has all the markings of a grade A paper.
Ooh.
How did it get there? It's really simple. It already started with a really good, the original was already
the EDT was awesome.
Amazing. It was already like, wow. Now that grabbed my attention.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
This, they just amplified and made it much better. Performative, this is very nice on. This does give me good performance. I don't know about everybody else, but
yeah, I get great performance. I do. Yes.
This is really nice. Not to say anything bad about the EDT, because the EDT actually performs really good too.
It does.
It's one of those EDTs that drive me crazy, and I try to tell everybody, just because it's an eau de toilette doesn't make it like not be worthy.
Talk to them and let them know now.
It's worthy of every single spray. This is just extra amplified. I find this to just be extraordinary. I really love the Prada line, and I think they did A+ job with this.
Yes,
so sexy.
Yes, I was just about to say that it is very sexy. Now I love the EDT. That was something new to the game. When it came out 2 years ago, it was something new. The caramel and the iris and the I think there's a little bit of cypress.
There's a little sea salt note accord in there too.
It was different. It was a different setup, and we always ask for different. I mean, and I'm talking to those who are, no pun intended, nose first into fragrances. That caught my attention right away, and I am already a half bottle out of the EDT. So when the EDT was getting ready to roll out, it was a no-brainer that I was very, very interested. And then they did it again.
Yeah.
They did it again. This is a flanker. This is what a flanker is about. This is what a flanker is about. Now, to my nose, I get this citrusy, powdery, kind of dense, like vanilla vibe as well. It was a lot going on in the opening. I really couldn't wrap my brain around it. And then once we got to the mid, that's when things started to settle. So I'm going to read the notes off of this because I really enjoy this Oceans EDP. So this is a sweet synthetic, and you do get a synthetic feel to it in the beginning. You do get that, but I don't mind it at all. Don't mind it.
Yeah.
Don't mind it. Fresh, powdery, and spicy. So up top, you get a note of grapefruit, and that was that different style of citrus. And I wasn't expecting grapefruit. I wasn't expecting grapefruit in the opening of this. And then in the heart, we got some frankincense. In the base, we have some vanilla, and we have some amber extreme. Now, I believe there's some other notes in here. There's some type of well-defined spice in here. I don't know exactly what it is yet. I'm going to lean a little cardamom-ish, but this does get a little bit powdery and a little bit sweet as it starts to dry down, but it's not a sickly sweet. It's not a sickly sweet. It kind of keeps its it's kind of like a dry sweet, something that's not really overbearing and overwhelming. So I might be a little bit biased, but I'm a big fan of this. Big fan.
Anytime,
man, so good.
You get the amber and the incense. I see with the note breakdowns. So generally speaking, ambers and resins and incense will stick around longer on your skin.
Yep.
So that's why I'm saying when they came out with their EDT version of this, which wasn't a unique fragrance at that time, and we generated a lot of hype with that one.
Yes.
And it has a lot of fans. The longevity and the wear time and the sillage off of that one, they knocked it out the park. So it just goes to show you that when a designer, when the more mainstream designers do their flankers, this is what a good flanker should be. It should be an extension of their original concept that they took to the next level. And like everybody's happy, the world is happy, everybody's like, wow, could they do it better? Yes, they did. They did it even better. So yes,
I agree.
This is what a flanker should be.
Now I can see the comment before I see it. My guy Beardson says Ocean seems like the wrong name for it, and I agree.
Okay, right.
The Prada Ocean, the name sounds so cool. Actually,
it's Ocean's 11.
It sounds so cool. So
whatever.
I'm gonna do my research to see exactly why it was named Oceans, but I do agree with you on that, Beardson. Like, where did the oceans come from? Because when you smell this, you don't think water, you don't think ocean. So it might be a more ocean,
marketable.
Like you said.
It's just maybe marketing. I don't know.
But if you've ever seen Ocean's 11, I feel you on that.
Who knows?
So Miss Heather, I'm gonna let's see. Before you give your grade on Prada,
So what
Lunarosa
would
Ocean
you pick
EDP,
over? What would I pick over?
JPG
The
Elixir. This is from Miami Live Life. What is a
okay, Miami
one?
Midwest making me think here. Okay, what would I pick
Designer?
over that? Well,
So good, man. Jeez Louise.
I know, right? That's actually a really tough question to be. Now that you guys, you're making me actually work for this live stream. Now I really gotta put the work in now. To be honest, I think if I'm sticking with Jean Paul's lineup, I actually like Ultra Mall out of all of them. Okay, so that's one way I'll answer it. A lot of moving hands. I feel like that guy.
You're fine.
Yeah. If I'm sticking with the designer, Ultra Mall is going to win in the octagon. Okay. If I'm going to go outside and kind of pick something that I think would smell way better and for a little bit more money, I'm going to go with the Thomas Kosmala #4, because if you want something sweet, you want these incense, you want the ambers and the resins, and but you want something unique.
Okay.
I'm going to go unique, and I'm going to say get yourself some #4 if you can get a sample or get somebody to, maybe showcase that.
Okay.
That you want a head turner. You want something that's going to stand out in a group of people. You want to be that person in any crowd. Get your hands on a Thomas Kosmala.
Okay.
The sillage is probably one of my favorites. And 2, it is more unique. It's sexy. It's got some of the same alluring qualities that the guys, if you want to turn somebody's head.
Yeah, Thomas Kosmala has a really good line. They really do.
But, we're not gonna say, well, is it a panty dropper or whatever, anything like that.
Oh, Miss Heather, you've done it now. You've done it now.
We're not gonna go there because now everybody's gonna be comparing this, and then we're gonna have to do another live stream on that.
It's all good.
However, you could result in becoming a father. So.
Right. Okay. Well, those are pretty good choices. And
that was a good question, though.
Miami Live Life, man. Get it to your local dealers or your Macy's, whatever you have around you, and check out those fragrances and just see for yourself. And again, I love to say this because I feel like I have to. Everybody, not you, Miami Live Life, but just people in general. People get so hurt about people having other opinions about stuff they love. But keep in mind, everybody, fragrances are subjective. And everybody has an opinion. And everybody's opinion is correct. Everybody's opinion is correct, whether you think it is or not. All right. My guy Eric says Miss Heather is too lovely to be given out a 5.5 for Jean Paul Gaultier Elixir. So there's another Elixir fan kind of taking that shot to the real.
It's all subjective.
Absolutely. Let's see. All right, Miss Heather, let's go ahead and get into the next fragrance. All right, we have, now this is going to be a first for me. First for me. We're going to go with the new Mont Blanc Explorer Platinum. No, I smelled this once before, but I don't remember. I don't remember what it smelled like, but the new Platinum Mont Blanc Explorer. All right, this just arrived maybe a month ago or a couple of months ago.
No, it's days. Like days I don't ago. Even think.
No, it's been out. It's been out.
It's been out.
It's been out.
I think contractually it might have been at other retailers before us.
It was.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and smell that, and go ahead and give me your thoughts on what you get so far with the Platinum from Mont Blanc Explorer. I know my guy TLTG Reviews Ross. I know he's a big fan of this. He said he's going to have to get him a bottle of this for sure. All right. So what are you getting? There's that violet leaf. There is that violet leaf.
I like it. Opening, the opening
got a smile on that face.
Man, the opening gives me life. Cause I like that violet leaf. I'm into that. I like the Creed, Love and Black. I love a good violet leaf. Mm-hmm. It's different, it's a little polarizing. I get it. Like it's like It's a hell nah or a heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this opens up with that nice, crisp greenness. And when I say this,
it is good.
You got to remember that I garden a lot. So sometimes like you get these nuances in gardening that I think perfumers like when you crack stems or you crack leaves or sometimes you rub things, you get that nice herbally greenness in here.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. To me, that is unique. It's fresh. I like the violet leaf. It doesn't smell like the violets candies, that the purple and the silver from back in the day. I got something else that does smell like that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is nice. And then the violet leaf will take a back seat for all of you guys that are like, I'm out, please. Violet leaves, I'm done. The violet kind of calms down.
It does.
And it's very fresh now.
Very fresh, yes.
This is the little brother, little sister to the Mont Blanc Explorer, which is probably one of the most famous dupes out there, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Or
of course.
We would call it, it's comparable to something else, whatever, how you want to call it.
Creative Ventus.
This year, though, this is nice.
It's much different. Yep.
And I like it because I like the uniqueness. So does that come into play for me? So when I'm looking at something to introduce to somebody, or even something that I'd be like wanting to purchase for myself,
right?
Uniqueness gets points.
Absolutely. So I'm admittedly not the biggest fan of violet leaf, but the reason I like this is because what it does in its totality. And for a designer fragrance, this is blended really well.
Smooth.
This is blended really well. It doesn't come off as an offensive violet leaf. It doesn't come off as it doesn't come off something that's going to be like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it doesn't do that. And maybe that's credit to it being a designer fragrance, but I do like the freshness. It has a powdery touch to it as well. With the violet leaf that I think it's balancing the fragrance. And honestly, even though I might have 3 or 4 fragrances that have some violet leaf that shows up, but this is one that I wouldn't mind wearing during the spring, during the summer, especially during the day if I'm just kind of moving around and I want to wear something that is pleasant, fresh, but does have a little bit of character to it. I think this has some nice character to the fragrance. I want to say this. We have 81 people watching right now on the live stream. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up. Me and Miss Heather are going back and forth through some of the hottest designer releases that have came out so far. So we have 80 people. If you're in the chat, do your boy a favor, hit that thumbs up. We're greatly appreciated. This interaction is awesome. Can I get one of my moderators to let me know how many exact thumbs up do we have at the current moment?
Well, we should have 81.
I agree with you. I agree. Thank you for everybody who
we should have 81.
Yes, thank you for everybody who was in the chat showing love. We're creeping up on an hour. We're going to hang around for another 20 minutes or so because we do have 2 more fragrances to get into, and then we're going to ask some rapid fire from Miss Heather about some Middle Easterns. But all in all, let's get into the nose of Mont Blanc Platinum. All right.
Okay.
Main accord: synthetic, woody, spicy, sweet, and fresh. Top notes: violet leaf. In the heart, clary sage, and in the base, you have some cedarwood. Now, to my nose, at least off paper, there's kind of like a powdery touch, and maybe that's the violet leaf. Maybe the violet leaf is starting to tone down and kind of give off this little bit of powdery tone. All right, but I do like this. Will I have a full bottle of it? We'll see at some point. But for the springtime, during the summer, during the day, I think it could work. Miss Heather, what's your grade? I got a feeling this might be your highest. What is your grade?
Actually, no. Prada got a 10.
Oh, did we not do that?
No, I gave it a 10. I wrote it down. Look,
wow. So before you give that, I'm tripping. Prada Lunarosa EDP, Miss Heather gives it a 10.
Gave that a 10 because it deserves a 10.
Prada Lunarosa EDP for me as well.
I'm not mad about it. Like it deserves a 10.
For me, I gave it a 9.5, but it's definitely a 10 for sure. I gave it a 9.5, but it's definitely a 10
Okay.
sure. All right, so let's get into Mont
So we're
Blanc.
back on track. All right.
Yep,
So
Mont Blanc Platinum. What are you giving it?
okay, this is way better than the Mont Blanc Ultra Blue. That was a total epic fail. Sorry if you guys, that was your favorite one. That one was an epic fail.
Wow.
This
Tell
is
us
a
how you
7.
really feel, Miss Heather.
Yeah, this is a 7 because I know that it's a little peculiar. But I like this. This gets a 7. This can definitely be. I would wear this. In fact, I do wear it because I'm at work. But
Okay.
I would wear this out when it's like mega hot and I'm getting the heat alerts on my phone. And then I'd be like, oh, I know. I'll spray this. Yeah, this is nice. I would think if anybody just wanted to get a bottle of that, even the 2-ounce bottle, that's plenty, you know.
Yeah, for
Perfect
sure.
for spring.
Yeah.
Oh, for spring, that's gorgeous. Yeah.
So you give it a 7 solid 7.
I'm giving it a 7.
Yeah, I'm right along with you. I was hovering between a 6.5 and a 7. But I'm gonna give it a 7 because I do like how it's drying down on the paper. Now it could be different. It could be different on skin, and I'll find out. But on paper, yeah, the dry down is nice. I love how it's kind of coming together, and that violet leaf is not running me away. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of a 10. And I like to always talk about fragrances having a purpose. This is just my opinion. Every fragrance that I wear, when I wear it, that I own, has a purpose in my collection. All right. And if anybody out there doesn't want to admit it, so do you. Because when you wear a fragrance, you're wearing it for a reason. But this would have a purpose if I'm jumping up and I got to go out and run some errands and I got to hit some stores. I got to go here. I got to go there. And I'm just kind of floating around. I want something that smells very fresh and clean and something that can hold me down. Mont Blanc Platinum can get it done for sure. For sure. Okay, Miss Heather, let's move on to a new release for the ladies. Ladies, don't fret. And fellas, if you got a significant other, somebody out there that you might be looking for something to get her. I don't know if you got an anniversary coming up or a birthday coming up.
Just because.
Coming up. We're going to get into a newer fragrance that came out this year from the house of Burberry, and it is called Burberry Goddess. Burberry Goddess. Okay, so we have a decant here. I've never smelled it. Miss Heather, have you smelled it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually was working with a client yesterday. He
bought it.
chose this for his significant other for an anniversary gift.
Okay. All right. So let me get mine on.
Sweetest story.
Okay. So go ahead. Tell us. I'm gonna spray mine on paper.
You spray yours, but he had brought her in last week and had her do like a whole sampling, and I had like 5 or 6 things on cards, and we're doing the whole thing. We're kind of just taking some time together, one-on-one with this couple. And he says, and I gave him a couple samples, and I says, well, let me know if there's something special you want to do. You can call or text me. And he called me the other day, and he told me he wanted to come in and get that because he was going to surprise her. And I went out of my way to make sure that we got like a nice little packaging. I went and got some
Look at that love.
Wrapped it, got samples because it was for their first year anniversary.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
This is why we like it.
Now this, okay, never smelled it before. And look, I was just about to say, I know I don't do a lot of women's fragrance reviews, but I do a lot of unisex. I do a lot of unisex.
You do a lot of universal, yeah.
But look, my sister's saying, I'm gonna highlight the comment real quick. She goes, about time women get a review. So
thank you, sis. Yeah, that's right. All the ladies in the chat.
Yeah. So fellas, listen. Fellas, talking to you.
I'm over here knocking fragrance out in the back.
Fellas, I'm talking to you guys. If you're looking for a nice, beautiful, semi-sweet, creamy, slightly spicy style of a fragrance instead of the traditional floral route, because a lot of women's fragrances go floral big, but this doesn't do that. I wasn't expecting what I'm smelling. I'm getting this creamy, slight vanilla with a little kick. There's a kick of something in here. I was not. I know my wife's gonna love this, and my sister is gonna love this as well.
This is really nice.
Yeah, they're gonna love this. This is
Mhm.
nice. This is
Mhm.
nice. Yeah, as soon as this is over, I'm gonna get Sway to smell it to see what she thinks. But
Right.
this is good. So, fellas, listen, Burberry Goddess. Burberry Goddess. If you're looking for a nice gift for your lady or that love interest or whatever you got going on.
This is nice. There's two goddesses out on the market.
There's two goddesses.
This other one is called. There's another goddess, and I think it's a Mugler.
Okay.
Heavy on the vanilla, and I'm not always the biggest vanilla person, so
okay.
This
like this
surprised me how much I liked it. So on me, so I know that we're smelling them on these blotter cards, but on me, so I get the beautiful warm and the little gourmandness.
Yep.
This went really nice in orange, took a different direction, and I got a lot of orange. About 15-20 minutes after I was helping my customer, I was like, you know what? This surprised me that I liked this, and I don't normally go in for these kind of scents.
The sweetness is tamed on here. It's not a sweetness.
It's not.
And I love it. I love it. I love it.
Juicy couture. This is perfect for me. This went really nice and orange, kind of like an orange flower note. Also, the other thing that I liked about this had a wonderful sillage. I was going all over both of the,
I can see that.
Back and forth. The sillage on this was beautiful.
I can see that. We got a comment here from Eric. Eric says that Burberry is nice. Me and my wife smelled it the other day at the mall.
Yeah.
Definitely going back to pick it up for her. So this is Eric saying that he has experienced the new Burberry Goddess 2023. Fellas, again, if you're trying to get something nice for your lady, and you know what, Miss Heather, on the paper, as it's dried down, I'm getting like this little slight chocolate type of touch to it.
Telling you, this one was a creeper for me.
This is
surprised me too. I sell it. I hadn't paid attention. It goes to show you sometimes you don't pay attention to something, you dismiss it. You're like, oh, it'll never be as good as Burberry Her. Well, you know what? Sometimes you got to take yourself away from things and look at it from a different perspective. And this, again, everything's subjective. But see, look at it. It smells like heaven on a woman.
Yes, Miami Live Life says my wife has Burberry Goddess, and it smells
it's just so good
heaven on a woman.
It's so good.
I like this. This is a scent I would want to smell on my wife when me and her go out during the fall, during the winter time. So this is something I would want to smell. And she loves gourmands. My wife loves gourmands. I think she discovered that over like the last year. So I know she's gonna like this. I know she is.
I know for certain that you guys, I like that Killian one that she came in.
Yeah,
and you guys are picking that up. So this might be.
It's good
in that realm. But yes, I think this is nice. This is worth it.
It is.
I'm gonna give this a 7. Okay. I'm gonna give this a 7. Look, I'm gonna grade it like a paper. Okay. Giving it a 7.
So I'm gonna read off some of the notes. According to Parfumo, I looked up all these fragrances on Parfumo. All right, I found them to be a little bit more accurate than Fragrantica. That's just my opinion. But here we go. From the house of Burberry Goddess 2023, a sweet, gourmand, creamy, synthetic, spicy style of a fragrance. The notes are, they give you 5. They give you vanilla, lavender. I knew it. There's cacao. There's a cacao note in here. Then you said have a vanilla absolute, and the spice is coming from a ginger note. That is a nice note breakdown. Honestly, that ginger with that vanilla and that cacao and that lavender.
This is a gourmand. Yeah, yummy gourmand.
But listen, those who don't like gourmands, listen, it's not overly sickening sweet. It has some character with that lavender that's kind of giving a little aromatic feel.
Yeah.
And then that ginger is kind of giving this spice to tone down the vanilla. So don't get afraid of that vanilla and that vanilla absolute. Don't be afraid of it. That is good. Yeah, I know my wife's going to love this. I know she is. I know she's going to love it. Okay, good. Wow, that is good. That is good. You know what? I'm going to do a review on that one.
You
I'm gonna
need
do a
to.
review.
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
need
do a
to do
review
that. Yeah.
for the ladies.
Yes.
And I'm
Yes.
gonna put
Because
it
you need to appeal to the women in your constituent.
Well, I do a lot of unisex. I do a
Yeah.
lot of unisex.
But
A
it's
lot
kind
of
of
unisex.
fun to have a strictly
It is.
feminine
It is.
forward
It is.
one.
It is.
And to hear it
It
from a male's perspective.
It
Okay,
is.
listen. I'm gonna grab my phone charger from the next room. Get ready to do the next one.
Go
Because
right
if
ahead,
you
Miss
know
Heather.
we're gonna be in trouble.
Go ahead. All right, we're gonna wait for Miss Heather to get back. So we've just smelled all these designers. YSL myself, JPG Lamal Elixir, Prada Oceans EDP, Platinum from Mont Blanc, from the Explore line, and
I'll get fired from my job here.
No, you're good. and we smelled the new Burberry Goddess 2023, all 2023 releases. Now we have one more. Miss Heather, let's make this one quick because we have to get to the Middle Easterns. Now, earlier today, I dropped a first impressions on this new fragrance. You can check the video out after we were done with the live stream. I did a first impressions on the new Coach Green. Okay, so check that out when we're done. I'll put the video information in the description once we are done here, so you can check it out. So listen, I'll give my thoughts real quick because I just did the video. I personally like it. Am I going to get a full bottle or a 50 ml? Yes. Why? Because it's going to have a purpose for me. I can definitely see myself wearing that to the gym. I can see myself wearing it on the go. I could definitely see running errands or something like that. That's something I will want to spray on. It smells good. That kiwi note is nice in the opening. And it reminds me of Parfums de Marley Greenlee once you get down to the mid and the dry down. Overall, for me, I give it a 7.5 out of a 10. Those are my quick thoughts. You want to see more of what I've had to say? Hit the link after this is over and check out my first impressions of the new Coach for Men Green. All right. Now, Miss Heather, what are your thoughts on the new Coach Green?
See, I intentionally didn't watch that so I didn't get influenced.
Okay.
By watching that one this morning. I knew it was there and I just liked it, but I was like, okay, don't watch it so I don't get influenced.
Okay.
I think this is a really nice gym scent. I think it's fun with the kiwi. I mean,
it is. I think
this is really fun.
Does it give
also,
a unique?
I tell you what I think this is good for. If anybody needs a back to school fragrance for a younger person.
Oh yeah.
This is suitable for a younger person.
It is.
Or for a girl that doesn't like sweet floral. I think a girl could wear this.
Yeah.
Like a,
like
a 17, 18, 19-year-old. No, this young lady, I suppose.
Yeah, I do.
Because the kiwi is so much fun in the top.
It is. And that's the thing that got me in the opening of that. I said, wow, this kiwi is really
It's really good. Yeah. I would say this is really fun.
Yes.
I would say anybody needed an easy gift. Young person.
Very easy. Very easy gift.
Very giftable. It's not going to be offensive.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And I probably give this like a 6.5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, I gave it a 7 out of a 10.
Yeah, 6.5.
I think it's an easy wear. Now, if you're going to get turned off by a fruity approach at the beginning,
go to Coach Man. Yeah, go with the original New York. Yeah,
I understand. Go with the original. All right. Real quick, man, we got some super chats in here. We got Hidden Gems with the super chat. Thank you, my friend. All right. He says they got pens worth more than that blue scent. Green check. You're gonna have to tell me what that means, my guy. I don't know what you mean by that. But I appreciate the super chat. And then Hidden Gems hit me with another super chat. My boy showing love to his homie tonight, man. My guy says, I love Miss Heather's chemistry and takes on the fragrances. I almost agree wholeheartedly with almost all of her takes. I love her nose. All right. So shout out Hidden Gems for blessing the channel with some super chats. I do not take it for granted ever. If somebody decides that they want to donate to the channel, I definitely appreciate that. So shout out to my friend Hidden Gems out there for sure. Okay. Mont Blanc. He says Mont Blanc sells pens and writing utensils. They do. They
sell some very high-end ink pens.
That's what he meant. Thank you, Hidden Gems, man, for the super chat, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Heather, we're done with the designers. We still have 71 people rocking with us. We're an hour and 15 into this chat. I'm having a lot of fun. You're having a lot of fun.
Everybody's back to school time. We had a lot of homework to do.
Yep. So we just finished all the designers that we discussed. We talked about YSLY, Prada EDP, Prada Oceans EDP, JPG Elixir, the new Goddess from Burberry for women. We also talked Platinum by Mont Blanc from the Explorer line. And then we finished up with Coach Green. All right. All right, guys, we are going to wrap this up with one last segment. I gave Miss Heather some Middle Easterns.
Homework.
Yep, some homework.
He gave me homework. He said it's back to school time. He came down and gave me homework.
I gave her homework. Now
he gave me homework.
I'm gonna preface this before we get into the conversation. You know, and I know, and everyone watching knows that Middle Easterns have impacted the fragrance community mightily. Whether you love them, whether you hate them, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like Middle Easterns, in my opinion, they are here to stay. I had a panel discussion with TLTG, my guy Joel, and my guy Jeremy from the House of Colossus. If you didn't see that live stream, it happened last Monday. We talked a whole lot about Middle Easterns and just the trajectory of where we think they are, or are they here to stay? So y'all check those out for sure. So I gave Miss Heather 3 of the more talked about Middle Eastern fragrances that are out there. One was an easy layup for her, but we'll talk about what that was because Miss Heather loves spices and ouds and darker scents. So I'm gonna just give that a little bit of a nugget, so to speak, before we get into the actual fragrance. All right, Miss Heather, let's go ahead and go. Now you put these in order from least to best. So I'm going to let you start off, Miss Heather. What is the first Middle Eastern that we're going to discuss?
First Middle Eastern that we are going to discuss is Latafa Assad.
Latafa Assad, probably one of the
most, still smell it off the cap.
but one of the most talked about fragrances in the community. Here's the bottle that Miss Heather received her decant from. Yep. Talk to me, Miss Heather. Talk to me.
Okay. This was my scent of the day.
Okay.
Because I did the homework assignments that you set forth. I mean, like I actually did my homework here.
Yeah.
This was my scent of the day. I did spend some time with this. While I was getting ready for live, I was like cleaning my makeup brushes and kind of like, kind of pretend like I'm cleaning. But I could smell this everywhere I was going. I was like in the bathroom cleaning my makeup brushes. I was like, wow, I could smell it when I came back in and out of the room.
Very strong.
So what it's an inspiration of still has a bigger opening, has more of a. So when you spray the real elixir, which is the first elixir that I think that we're aware of here in the market. The opening is really effervescent. It's big and it's got that saffron pepper.
Oh yeah.
So there's a noticeable difference. This smoother. It's definitely smoother. Also,
are you saying it's smoother than Sauvage Elixir?
Yes. This was a little smoother. I get more peppery in the real deal and the more lavender. Okay. And this went real vanilla on me. I don't know if you had the same experience, but let me see if I can still smell it.
I did. The benzoin in it.
It got a real nice dry down, but it did go more vanilla, and I didn't know if it was supposed to do that or not. And I was like, it doesn't matter. Just go with the experience, and then I could just talk on how it worked off my skin. Okay. If you really fell in love with your elixir, and that was such a out of your price point, this is an excellent purchase.
Okay. So what about it? Why won't you be wearing it? Why won't you be wearing it?
Because the other two are better.
So you think it's really good, and you think it is a great substitute for not trying to spend that Dior Sauvage Elixir money.
Right. However, it is there are a few differences that I noticed.
It's not identical.
I don't know the full performance. Like I would have to
It's
like I
beastly.
sprayed
It's
elixir like
beastly.
that stuff.
Beastly.
I think I've been spraying that for like 2 years or whatever. I mean that stuff sometimes is on my clothes until I dry clean it.
I agree.
So
Assad isn't that strong. It isn't
exactly. I just have it's elixir's great. I like something else though.
Okay, so we're going to get into it. So Assad and Dior Sauvage Elixir are in the conversation, and I agree with her. Now, there are the differences in here. There's a little bit of an iris, a coffee, and a pineapple. That is in the
So maybe
Assad.
there's that sweetness.
Yeah, that I get. Yeah, in the pineapple. Yeah. The benzoin and the vanilla do show up for me more in the mid to the dry down with that Labden. All right. But honestly speaking, for me, I'm the same way. If you want to save you some cash on Assad, on a Dior Sauvage Elixir, then definitely get Assad. I do think Sauvage Elixir is the better buy because of the quality and what you get. But Assad, you ain't going somebody really going to have
You're
to
not going to be disappointed. You will not be
exactly. I agree. You're not going to be disappointed. You're not. No. Somebody going to have to be in your neck to be like, oh, I see the difference between the two. You're not. No one's going to notice. In the air, if I walk by with Dior Sauvage Elixir, Miss Heather walks by with Assad, you're going to say, oh, y'all both have on the same thing. In the air, you're going to say that. You're going to say that. So, okay. So, Miss Heather, real quick, what's your grade 1 through 10 for Lattafa Assad? This is massive now.
I know, right? I'm almost afraid.
This is massive. This is probably one of the most tight Middle Easterns out there.
All right, we're gonna give it it's good though. So I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm not gonna be a hater.
That's a great grade.
A respectable 7.
That's a great grade.
Leave it at this, then we're gonna move on to the next one.
Yeah, we're gonna move on. But that's a respectable number.
That's a respectable one.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's move on to your second choice out of the 3 that you got, and which one is that?
Number 2 is Lattafa Sublime.
Oh my! Another intense love fragrance in the community.
Now,
Lattafa Sublime. Talk to me about Lattafa Sublime.
This was part of the homework assignment. So, Riley Morgan and Ashton, who I work with over at Dillard's, they really liked this. So we had them all out. This one was a fan favorite, and I did wear this yesterday to work. It was enjoyable. Now, I could not smell it by the end of the day because you got to remember, I was spraying so many other things, so it was hard for me to detect, like, what's truth, what's myth. I don't know. I spray it. I come home probably smelling like, a lot of stuff. However, I did set out with this, and I know I smelled good going to work.
You did?
This was really fun. I liked this. This reminds me of a very nice dress up day or something that I'm like, I really want to get all zhuzhed up. I want to get the hair and get the makeup done and like pencil both eyebrows on straight and then like get a nice little dress and like I have all my accessories and then I'll be like, choo, choo, choo. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
This is just so much fun. I had so much fun wearing this. So this actually is like an 8.5. Seriously.
Okay.
It is fun.
Yeah, it is one of the most talked about and most popular Middle Easterns out right now. I personally love it. It's ultra unisex. Now, fellas, listen.
This is universal.
You gotta like
Rose, this is
fellas.
universal.
You gotta like Rose, fellas. This is not for every guy out there. It is not. You're gonna have to be an open-minded person. You gotta like Rose. But for the ladies, my wife loves it. My sister Shoshana, she bought a bottle as soon as she smelled it. She got a bottle on the way for her.
On me, I didn't get a ton of Rose. So for the fellas, I won't be. Don't be scared of this. This could go different on different. Sometimes things pull differently on me. I usually get stuff that goes real spicy.
Yeah, sure.
For some reason, I don't know why.
Skin chemistry.
Do not be afraid of this. If anybody's even kind of thought about it, look, if Eric's already got some. Look here, this is good. Don't be scared of this.
Okay,
This will
so you
get
give.
this will get you a nice compliment on a fella. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So what do you rank it?
This is definitely I like an 8.5.
8.5 out of 10, and you got a lot of compliments that day.
That was fun to wear. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So she gives Sublime an 8.5 out of a 10. She got a lot of compliments, and she say that's a day where she wants to get all jazzy and real pretty, and make sure her eyebrows are drawn on straight.
Yeah. Right.
All right. I'm gonna answer this question. We're gonna move on to the last one. Eric is asking me, even though there are two different profiles, what was the better pickup, Sublime or Rafficat? Oh my Lord. I'm gonna say Rafficat for me because I like the more darker and spicier fragrances. Sublime is excellent. That is a real fun fragrance for me. So both are great pickups, but for me, I'm gonna go to Rafficat because of my style of fragrance that I love. All right. Okay, Miss Heather, let's get to your number one fragrance that you ranked from the three that I gave you. What we got, Miss Heather?
Afnan Supremacy and Oud.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it's just that good. It really is just that good.
It is.
I think to be fair, Sublime and this one could go in the octagon and have a battle. You know, I think to see who wins, but definitely the Supremacy and Oud. Now, I did cheat. I had this on this side. I left the house wearing it, but I did put that majority on one side, and I did put Nisio on the other. Very.
So real quick, you smelled the Lattafa, Oud and Glory, Oud for Glory, and now you smell the Afnan Supremacy and Oud. Which one is better?
Oh, this one's definitely out the gate. This one is far more superior. Here's my thoughts. This is smooth upon the first spray. The other one takes a second.
It does. It takes a second. It takes a second.
It just takes that little bit of.
It does.
Okay, it'll calm down.
This one is the better one. Yes.
This one is. Okay, so if we were gonna like go to the store and like buy like a whiskey or a bourbon, that's that one on that shelf just right above your eye level. You know what I'm saying? That's that extra $10 bottle. You're like, that's the good stuff. This is the good stuff.
Miss Heather, you got Steven Stefan is in the chat from Local Dillards. Steven's in here. Yeah, he's in here. Steven's in the chat. I saw Steven, him and his wife was in there chit-chatting with you before I came in on a Sunday. So Steven is saying Heather with all exclamation points. Yep. So what's up, Steven? Glad you can join the live. Okay. So all in all, Oud Supremacy, number one. You will take that over the Lattafa for Oud for Glory, and I'm with you. I think it is
even since it says Supremacy in the label. So I've got to go with facts.
Supremacy,
it's already the better option.
Yes, it is that much more
it's smooth.
Smooth, man.
It's well, the composition is just that little notch above. Now what it's an inspiration of, that's another one that pulls really orange on me. And Morgan kept saying, you smell orange. You smell like orange. And even though there's a lot,
oh, interesting.
Even though she's like, I don't get the agar wood so much off of you, but it does have a nice woody base. This is gorgeous. It
is nice for the fall, for the winter.
You gave this to me.
For the winter, it's gonna be something nice. And I'm gonna be real with you. I might never wear my Lattafa again. I might not wear it again. The Oud for Glory for Lattafa that I have, I might give it away in the giveaway. I'm being serious
because you got this.
I do, because the Afnan Supremacy and Oud is just much more smoother, and the quality is better than what Lattafa was offering with that fragrance, in my opinion. Okay, man. So, what an action-packed live stream!
I know, right?
An hour and a half.
That's why we got to start early.
straight. Yeah, it's fun. Straight
Every time you have me on,
conversation.
it's like we gotta start early.
No, this is great. Everyone, Miss Heather, we peaked at around 83 viewers at once. Right now, we still have 64 people watching us, man. So we've had a lot of Consuela and my sister Shoshana. They had a good laugh at you saying, "Not the eyebrows,
Yeah, not that.
drawn on straight." The
Serious.
eyebrows need to be drawn straight. But we had a lot of interaction in the chat. A lot of people had a lot of things to say, a lot of fun things. People are still buzzing over your Jean-Paul Gaultier's Lamar Elixir being a 5.5. I love it. I love it.
Everybody has a perspective.
Absolutely.
You know?
We had a great time, Miss Heather.
But just remember, I gave Prada a 10.
Yes. And I'm with you. That Prada Ocean's EDP is really good. All right. Well, Miss Heather, anything you want to say before we wrap this up? I have a couple things to say before we shut it down. Anything you want to say to the Smell Good family, to the fragrance community before we wrap this up?
Just be good to everybody. Be good to each other. Just remember that a lot of this is just we have a good time doing this. So don't.
We do.
I know everybody's gonna the chat's probably catching feelings. You know, everybody sometimes falls in love with something else. If something really strikes you as being beautiful and that's what you want to smell like, just remember it's just somebody else might have a different impression of the same thing.
Yeah.
So we just all take it in stride, because I'm sure that somebody's probably not a big fan of the heavy ouds and the things, and they smell me probably in passing. And I remember one time I had on Precious Oud. It's a Van Cleef Arpels one, and I was wearing it in the store, and it was like January. You know, it was actually a cool day for us. Yeah. And this woman behind, one of my coworkers, was like, "Oh my God, whoever has that on, it's so much, it's so strong. Oh my God!" And they were like making like some noise about it, and it just goes to show you that not everybody's into everything. Yeah, so of course. I get it, you know.
That's easy.
It's just, it is, you know, it is. Oh, we get our favorite things.
Well, you said something very, very, very powerful, and I want to highlight that. You know, be a good person, be a good human. We have these live streams, we have a blast. There's a lot of great and dope people in the chat, and we're all talking about something that we all love. Everybody who's watching right now, and everybody who's sat through this 1.5-hour live stream, we all love fragrance. All right. We love fragrance, and we are having a blast. And Miss Heather, as always, I love you. You're a dear, dear friend of mine. And I appreciate just the camaraderie and the friendship that we've built over the last 2 years. And it's always awesome catching up with you and, you know, having a great time. And this has just kind of been our journey together, and now we're doing live streams together.
Why not?
So it's a great time. So I still plan on having Miss Heather on at least once a month, and if anything else she can give when she has her free time, I'm sure Miss Heather would love to come on and talk to you guys about fragrance and things. Now, Miss Heather, you do have some exciting news for yourself. Now, do you want to hold that? Do you want to hold that, or do you want to let everybody know?
Let's tell them. Let's tell the world.
Let's tell the world.
Look, if you stayed around for 1 hour and 33 and 40 seconds, you deserve this part. So I got a little promotion in my current spot, and I'm Creed brand leader. And what does that mean? It just means that I focus on the Creed line, and I represent the name brand Creed a little bit more like a laser focus. It doesn't mean that I don't sell all the other stuff. I do. It's just that right now we're going to transition in Dillard's, and we're going to build a really beautiful counter, kind of like the Tom Ford counter or some kind of special makeup counter in our store. So they'll be breaking ground on that. And then when they do, they'll be building a beautiful space for Creed. And if you ever seen Creed in like another high-end department store, you'll see what I mean. Everything's like beautiful. It's luxe. There's lights, there's beautiful glass cases. It will also house some other luxury brand names that I know that a lot of your viewers will be pleased to enjoy. But for now, the only one I can really speak on is the Creed line, which I will be kind of like the face, the ambassador. Let's use the word ambassador. So basically, it's just like I will be your Creed go-to girl. Creed is also, especially if anybody's got their push notifications for Creed turned on right now, their emails and on IG, they are having a new release. We're very excited because it's been a while since Creed did anything kind of like, wow. So they're actually got 2 things in the running. And I'm hoping to have you come in and we'll do some more stuff. Yeah, when I know that it is,
I'll be there.
Kosher, I guess, to do it, and then we've got the okay from management, because everything's kind of done contractually a little bit. So there's certain times, certain places that you can do certain things. So maybe we'll come down and have you do a first impression or something of that nature.
You already know I'm there. I'm there.
Yes.
Creed. Well, congratulations, congratulations, Miss Heather, on being one of the ambassadors and one of the faces of the Creed boutique experience that people will get a chance to have when they come into the local dealers. And my local dealers is where Miss Heather is in Jacksonville, Florida, out at the town center. So if you're in town or you live here, you want to go out and see Miss Heather, please do so. It is a great experience talking to Heather and talking fragrance with her in the element when she's around here showing and getting people's opinions and giving people suggestions about fragrance. So congratulations again, Miss Heather, my good friend. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the live stream. Miss Heather will be back. Don't worry, this won't be the last time she'll be with us. And don't worry, I will be getting back to vlogging and things like that. So y'all know most of the times when I vlog, I'm going to end up with her. I'm going to end up with her all of the times, really, when I go vlogging, when I go smell fragrance. All right. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys. This was so dope, so much fun. You guys have an excellent evening. Have a great, safe Friday. Stay cool out there. Stay hydrated. Have a great weekend as well. And if everything goes cool, I will be back Saturday. For a live stream to give my thoughts on Xerjoff's 40 knots. Okay. I was able to get a sample from one of the Smell Good family members. They shipped it to my P.O. box. And I will be smelling that for the first time this weekend. All right. If you're watching on the replay, hit that thumbs up if you have not already. If you're still watching after an hour and 40 minutes, hit that thumbs up. And I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe. Like I said, take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. And we will see you guys on the next live stream. Love you, Miss Heather. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Be blessed now. Oh, yeah, I'm tripping. Splack her up. Splack it down. Splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put out into this world is exactly what you are going to get back. All right? Y'all be cool. See y'all later.